Good morning. This video is just me talking. I'm David of living with mild mentally ill. Cathy's asleep. That's why I'm talking so quietly. I need to come forward about something I haven't discussed on video yet. I have what's called binge eating disorder. Basically, when I get stressed out or upset, I tend to just binge eat. It's one of the lesser known eating disorders and one that people don't focus on much because it's not as deadly as quickly. But in reality, it's actually kind of worse because you overeat and overeat and overeat. And yeah. It's 4 in the morning. I've been awake since 2. Yeah. I'm not having a good morning. Sorry about the reflection from my glasses on the screen. It's really close to my head. I can't do much about it. I think part of the reason I'm doing this video is we had a troll come in and say some stuff that really doesn't need to be said because no human should be saying that to another human. But that's the world we live in. People disrespect you just because you're different. And I'm not mentioning names, I'm not mentioning anything. I'm just... certain things the world needs to know. Life is hard. It's not easy. I live on disability. My life's not easy. Cathy's life's not easy. Sometimes I really wonder what I'm still doing here, but I'm not suicidal or anything. I'm just thinking, overthinking. I don't know. Yeah. Life has thrown its barriers at me, and I've gotten through for the most part, but facial hair's going, beard's growing back in. I think binge eating started when I was probably 16, when I started working, because I was always stressed out between school and work. I was working 8 hours a day on top of the 8 hours of going to school, and I'd get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep if I was lucky. And I continued that trend until I got in a car accident right before I was supposed to start college, and couldn't go to college because I didn't have a car. Yes, this video is not easy for me. Yeah. Sometimes life throws you in interesting paths, and sometimes you throw yourself in interesting paths. That's kind of how my life's been. As soon as I turned 18, I moved out of my dad's house into a friend's apartment with him and my brother at the time. Then my brother moved out, and another guy moved in, and then the other guy moved out, so it was just me and the other guy. And things were good. Then I decided to move to Florida to be with a girl, and that fell apart in 6 months, not even 4.5 months. Then I moved back to Pennsylvania. Then just about a year later, I moved to New Hampshire to be with another girl. We ended up getting married. It turned into a very emotionally abusive relationship towards me. That's where a lot of everything really began going downhill for me. Yeah. I just kind of, I was working 12 hours a day most of the time. I was just working as much as I could to avoid dealing with my life. I spent a lot of my life doing that, oddly enough. And then when that fell apart, I moved back home after getting 2 cellulitis infections in my leg. Those were horrible. I've had cellulitis infections numerous times since. It seems like my leg just never wants to get better. Problems with being overweight, I guess. Yeah. Life's been interesting. And I admit I brought some of it on myself, but can't really do much. Just gotta live it. It's one thing I want people to know is there's always somebody out there to help you. Whether it's a family member or a friend or a crisis line or anything like that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are willing to help you. You may feel like you're alone, but you're not. But now I live out here in Iowa with Cathy, and things are good. I honestly know I need to be in therapy with an eating disorder specialist, but there are none in this part of Iowa. So, and the only place that'll take my insurance is currently booked up to the point of no return, plus not having any way to get there because we don't qualify for medical transport or even like private transport through Medicaid because we have the wrong kind of Medicaid. Only in Iowa is there 2 different types of Medicaid. One that provides all the services, one that provides none. We are the one with none. They pay our copays, and they pay our Medicare premiums, and that's it. I mean, I'm counting my blessings for having what I have, but I can't take a taxi or an Uber because a taxi would be $30 each way per person, I think. So that's $60, $120. And that's over an eighth of what I earn in a month. And there's no therapist that'll come out here because there's no mobile therapists in Ames that I know of. Unless they're for kids, which might be, but I'm not a kid, so, what do you gotta do? Yeah. So we're kind of stuck. I admit I need to go back into therapy, but it's just not an option. There's no public transport out here. There's HERDA, which is basically a transport program that's a non-profit, but they only run out here like in Nevada where we live like 3 times a day, like morning, noon, and 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or something like that. So if we went in for an appointment at noon, we'd have to go at 8 a.m. If we both had appointments, that'd be 2 hours or whatever. We'd have to wait till 4 p.m. to come home, so we'd be gone a whole day. For 2 appointments, we'd be gone a whole day. And, I mean, I know it's our choice to live in a small town, but it's the only place we can afford. You don't get a lot of money when you're on Social Security disability at the age of 33. I worked hard enough to get what I got, but trust me, this is not my choice. I do not want to be living on disability, but right now I have no choice. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And if you're coming to YouTube to make rude comments to people, why are you here? I just want to know. Anyways, alright, goodbye.